Pisces, what's up, y'all? How are y'all doing? What is good with you? It is time for your weekly check-in. So we're going to see what's going on with you guys for the fifth and final week of October 2025. October week 5, 2025 for Pisces. So if any of you are in need of a personal reading, you can always just go straight to my website if you want. It's tarotwithrich.com. I have a link for my website right down here in the description of this video. Also, I want to give a quick friendly reminder to everyone that I am not active on TikTok or Twitter at all. I do have accounts on TikTok and Twitter. I just don't use them. I don't use them because I don't like them. I tried it. I tried like hell to get the hang of those two platforms. I just don't like them, so I don't use them. I say that because that is not me following and messaging people over on TikTok or Twitter. I am not going to reach out to anyone on any platform for any reason. There's only one way to get a reading from me, and that's on my website. Anything else that has nothing to do with my website is not me. So if you get a message in your inbox and you see my face as the profile picture, that ain't me. Please do me a huge favor and block and report those sad, pathetic losers. And encourage them to dump that energy into starting their own business. You know, they could probably be pretty fucking successful. That's the crazy thing, man. That's what always gets me. If you sit back and watch these scammers, they're usually over in other countries, and they have fucking buildings filled with scammer employees. It's like, why don't you just build a fucking business? What are you doing, you know? Anyway. Yeah, please block and report them if you see it. Appreciate you. All right, let's jump into this. Let's see how the energy's looking. October week 5 between Pisces and the person they're dealing with. How's the energy looking? Ace of Swords reversed. So, spoiler alert, not seeing communication. But the Ace of Swords reverse is kind of specific. It's not just no communication. But with the Ace of Swords reverse, that would indicate to me that they don't really know how to approach you. Don't know what to say to you, you know? Wouldn't really know how to break the ice with you if they did want to talk to you. Six of Cups, though. I mean, I do feel like they miss what y'all had back in the day. You know? Like at some point in time, things were really good between the two of you. Or this never would have gone anywhere. And they do look back on the good old days with very fond nostalgia. But, I think it's a cross between them like really not knowing how to approach you and them wanting to be the ones in control, you know? With the Emperor here, it could be an Aries for some of you. Okay, so I always get secondhand embarrassment when I talk about this because it sounds so pathetic. But when you have two people and any kind of connection, friendship, relationship, business partnership, family, whatever. This shouldn't be a factor, but for a lot of people it is. Who is the one with the most power between two people? The one who cares the least, right? Now, understanding this energetic dynamic, you can play around with perceived power. If I can get you to think that I care less than you, then perceived power can still manifest into actual power. You can give your power away to somebody that doesn't have any, you know? And I think there's a lot of that in there too. They don't want you to think that they care. That makes sense? I think they have made several attempts to try to get your attention. I don't really think they're doing that anymore, though. Not really. Yeah, if anything, they're just kind of waiting to hear from you. They're kind of losing faith in the idea that that's ever going to happen, though. But yeah, not a lot happening. 3 of Wands, Ace of Swords reversed. That's kind of bland, boring, and dry, to be honest with you. Let's see how they feel about you at the deepest level. How do they feel about you at the deepest level? What are their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? 3 shuffles. There's 1, 2, and 3. Three of Pentacles, 3 of Swords reversed. Honestly, I feel like they just want to be nosy. I'm not really seeing anything here that indicates that they're overflowing with love and emotion. They're interested in what you got going on in your life. I think they're curious to know how your love life and or sex life has been. And that's about it. That's about it. I think they're just trying to be nosy. And you know that whenever somebody, especially if it's a past person, is being nosy about your personal life, why are they being nosy about it? Because they hope to see that it's not doing very good, right? Come on now. Come on now. What past person is going to be spying on you, hoping to see you doing better? Well, that would be somebody who has completely fucking healed. But the likelihood that somebody who is completely fucking healed is going to be spying on you is incredibly low. So, come on now. If somebody's spying on you and being nosy, that's intrinsically indicative of a lack of healing. And that would indicate that I would probably make them feel pretty good to see that you're not doing any better in life. But I don't think that they have any hopes, dreams, or expectations in this ever going anywhere. As a matter of fact, I think they've just given up on that for the very most part. They do miss what y'all had back in the day, but, you know, they're pretty much, you know, head over heart. It is what it is. What's done is done. And now they're just being nosy. Let's get some advice, I guess. That advice is going to be weird. I don't even know what I would say personally to that. Oh, okay. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Now, it's going to require a little bit of energy work, which requires trust in yourself, trust in your beliefs, and trust in the universe. But if you can figure out how to take that energy, bottle it up, and stick it in the fuel tank, you could use that as motivation. Oh, you can too. Do you know how much of my success I owe to knowing that people are watching me, hoping to see me fail. That motivates me more than anything, honestly. I ain't gonna lie to you. I owe so much of my success to haters. I do. That may sound fucked up, but haters motivate the shit out of me. Nothing makes me feel better than a hater watching me grinding and working and grinding and working and grinding. I'm not failing. Come watch. Keep watching. I'm not failing. If you can figure out how to use that as fuel, that can take you up mountains you never dreamed you would climb. So, but if you don't know how to utilize that energy properly, then it could sabotage you. So you gotta be energetically on point with that. You have to. I would say give them a show to watch. Yep, I would. Give them something to watch. Let it motivate you. Because you know they ain't going nowhere in life. You know? They ain't going nowhere. They're not doing nothing with their life. I think that if you... Now, also, here's the funny thing about that, too. Eventually, you can use that to transmute the energy of the whole situation. Because eventually, you're going to inadvertently create something new with that energy. And then at some point, it's inevitable. You're going to look back on that situation and be so glad that it happened. You know? For real. All right. Gear shifting time. Let's see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Single Pisces and your love interest. What's happening? What is happening, man? Single Pisces and your love interest. Emperor, some of you interested in the Aries. 3 shuffles. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, 2 of Cups. There we go. Hierophant reversed. So I do think that this is kind of turning into a relationship, but this feels like it's a very rocky, bumpy path between the two of you. Very rocky and bumpy. I feel like things are being taken to the next level. You're the first sign of all the signs that got that here. All the other signs did not get that. So... But it is a very, very rocky, bumpy situation. It's not like once things go to the next level, now you kick your feet back and float on cloud 9 happily ever after. Oh, no. Oh, no. Now it's... Actually, I would probably argue that now it's a little bit more difficult than it was before things were made official. You know? Y'all ever tried this shit? A&W ice cream sundae. I think on the box it said limited time, but this is fucking fire, dude. Tastes dead up like an ice cream sundae or float or whatever the fuck. So, okay. Ooh, you may suspect a third party. This is just the general overview, mainly from your perspective. And I think there might be some trust issues. So I'm not saying that there is or there is not a third party or anything like that, or reason to not trust somebody. But something feels a little bit funny now, and you may be suspecting that somebody else is in the mix. But you also don't know if you're just overthinking shit, you know? So, let's see the signs I have on the table. I got Taurus, Capricorn, Aries, Aries again. And that's it. Okay. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let's see their truest, deepest feelings, energies, and intentions. How do they really see you? How do they really feel about you? What's their energy look like in general? What kind of person are they? Ooh, damn, dog. Very conflicted individual. Very, very conflicted. Damn, very guarded and very conflicted. Very defensive. This person's a ticking time bomb. God damn it, I knew that was going to come out. Well, maybe your intuition is on point. Maybe it is. Maybe they're not somebody you can trust. I'm not seeing energy of an active third party, but this energy indicates that they would if they could. If a third party presented itself and it was convenient, they would. This person has a fear of abandonment. So they're the type of person that will fuck you over before you get the chance to fuck them over. That is a very toxic trait. But that's what we got. Very superficial. Very like materialistic, superficial. But also emotionally codependent and lonely at the same time. Is this the only cup? Yeah, this is the only cup card I have on the table is the codependency card. Other than that, I have no cups. None. None. So there's not a lot of emotion coming from this person. Matter of fact, I would go as far to say as the only emotion coming from this person is anger and rage waiting to fucking explode. And when you got this energy here, it's only a matter of time. They wake up on the wrong side of the bed one day. You say one wrong thing. They take one thing you say the wrong way. You know, whatever. And then, pow! It just blows up, pops off, and comes out sideways. And you never even suspected it. All right, well, let's get the advice. What's the advice for Pisces? Ace of Pentacles. Take things slow. I have an idea that it's already been moving kind of slow for some of you. Yeah, keep it moving slow. There's still a whole other side of this person that you do not know. Man, Knight of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles. Take this slow. Don't ignore red flags. Right? Ideally, I don't know. Here's the concerning part though. See, the best way to handle red flags is to lay it on the table and talk about it as soon as you see it. Now, we do this with respect, you know, like a calm, cool, respectable adult. I'm talking about little red flags. I'm not talking about big, crazy, get the fuck out of there red flags. That's not a red flag, you know. If you find out this person is living a double life as a crack-addicted hooker on the weekends, that's not a red flag, that's get the fuck out. I'm not saying that you find out that last month they just got out of prison after serving 20 years for committing some of the most egregious, heinous fucking crimes you could possibly imagine. That's not a little red flag. That's, do I want this person in my life? I'm talking about the little shit, man. The little shit that every relationship has. Even when you meet your divine life partner, there's still going to be little red flags that you have to fix and correct and work on along the way. And we lay it on the table and talk about it as it shows itself. We don't want to just stuff it away, bury it, and forget about it until they build and build and build. But see, here's what I'm concerned about. This person is a ticking time bomb. And so this is the type of person where you run the risk of, even if you do bring a concern to the table, like a calm, cool, respectable adult, that could still send them over the edge. So I would say feel it out. And really go in with the intention of, being transparent, putting whatever concern you have on the table. And if it doesn't feel safe, then maybe this is somebody you don't need in your life. If you don't feel safe expressing a concern, do I even need you in my life? So be careful with this. Be careful with this. I wouldn't even extend or accept an offer if the energy doesn't feel quite right. Okay? Just feel it out and just be very careful. Okay? All right. I feel like those were the messages that my Pisces family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, information for personal readings is all down here in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.